Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. So today I am going to discuss about the Call Manager 14 version, how we can upgrade it to our Call Manager 14. As we all know, the Call Manager 14 version is introduced. So today we will be discussing about how we can upgrade it to the 14 version from the previous level of versions, right? So let's start it. So first thing, let's say what is CUCM 14 version, what it can do, the CUCM 14 version. So as you can see, UCM is the heart of collaboration services, which can enable session, call control for voice, video, messaging, IM and presence, right? So with this, as you can see, this is 14 version, but the previous one was like 12, like 12.5. But maybe you have a question like why there is not any 13.x version, like 13 version. So this version is mainly we can say it is skipped and it is mainly used for the R&D purposes, like similar to the other iOS versions as well. So today, before upgrading to the CUCM 14 version, let's first discuss about the benefits of upgrading it to the CUCM 14 version. Like what are the new features introduced, or maybe there are few features which needs an enhancements. Like we will discuss about all these features or upgrade things. Whenever you upgrade to CUCM 14, what all are the benefits you will get? So earlier you can say we just have LDAP. LDAP was only supported as you can see in 14 version. In addition to LDAP, O365 Auth will also be supported, right? This is fully cloud connected and enabled PSTN support as well. SIP Auth supports for endpoints. And now, as you know, in our previous version, if we have a normal cluster, it is having a capacity of maximum 40,000 devices, right? Max 40,000 devices you can register, right? And if we take the license for the mega cluster, so previously we would be having this 40,000 would be increased to the 80,000 devices, right? So now with this 14 version, this 80,000 is increased to 100K. That means 1 lakh devices for mega clusters, right? So previously it was 80,000 for mega. Now it is changed to 100K, that is 1 lakh devices. As you can see, it increased the cluster capacity so that more devices can be supported without adding more resources. You don't need anything else. Up to 1 lakh devices for mega clusters. Like for a normal cluster, you don't need anything. If you have more than 40,000 devices, then either you can like take another cluster, or you can use the same cluster, but you can just ask Cisco, okay, I need a mega cluster. So they will provide you the licensing files, and when you will upload it, you will have a capacity of 80,000 users previously, before the CUCM 14 version. So now you have 1 lakh devices for this mega cluster, right? Next thing, you have a flexibility to move a registered phone from office to home without repeating the onboarding process, right? And flexibility to move between Wi-Fi and LTE networks without dropping an existing call on Cisco WebEx apps. Just like you can say in your cell phone, you will have like this. You can enable Wi-Fi as well as mobile data at the same time, like an LTE network at the same time. But if Wi-Fi goes down, then it will automatically switch over to the LTE network, and in that meantime, your call will not drop. That's what it is, the benefit of this upgrading to the CSM 14 as well. It will not drop that existing call, right? And it's like without dropping a call on Cisco WebEx apps, right? Then operational workflow simplification by managing all certificates from a single portal with the ability to use a quick dashboard to view expired certificates or which are about to expire certificates. So for the certificate things as well, you can say like you need upgrade things as well for this. Correct? You will have just a simple dashboard to manage all the things where it will show expire or about to expire certificates. These are the few more benefits: EV1 codec support, Tomcat containerization, certificate regeneration without service restart. So previously we need to restart the services, but now certificate will regenerate without service restarts. More enhanced features, headset accessory, version independent licensing, Windows 2019. So these are the main, just normal few more features, right? IAM and presence failover enhancement to nearly zero downtime and out of office presence status as well, right? So now let's start like how we can upgrade it to the CUCM 14 version. So before upgrade, we need to prepare our environment, right? So first we need to prepare your VMware ESXi environment, right? So as you know, you will be having some ESXi version, right, on the VMware. So first you need to check the first point, you need to check if your VMware hardware specification needs to be upgraded and modify the appropriate settings in your VMware environment, like you can say CPU, RAM, or the disk space, which can all be done in your vSphere settings. And your ESXi environment, like the version of your ESXi should be at least 6.7, right? The version should be at least ESXi version 6.7, right? And if you want to upgrade your VMware ESXi server, so the quickest way is by logging into the vSphere console using SSH, and you can put the install file in your data store like this, install file in the data store, and finally you can run the below command based on your data store location. So this would be the command to upgrade the ESXi version to 6.7 if you have a different version earlier. So ESXCLI software VIB update, then this command, and here you can see this is the zip file where you can install it, right? And you need to make sure you download the ESXi.zip data file, not the ISO file, right? So you can say this is the depot file. ESXi.zip, zip is a version, ESXi.zip is depot file, not the ISO file. If you remember, maybe from the, if we are installing the new CUCM, we have a ISO file to install it. And we have other COP files as well. But here I'm just relating it like you don't need to download the ISO file, but you need to download this depot file to upgrade your ESXi version to 6.7, right? And now other thing is this is changing your CUCM ESXi OS from Red Hat to CentOS is mandatory before the upgrade, which will be explained in more detail, right? So now you need to prepare your CUCM environment and licensing. What we prepared previously we prepared our VMware ESXi environment. Now the next step would be to prepare your CUCM environment and licensing thing. So first, you can go and you can just read the upgrade and migration guide and understand the concepts based on the CUCM version you will be upgrading from, right? You can just go to the Cisco site and you can just check this thing, upgrade and migration guide. And I'll do also one more thing. I'll add this. I'll add the link in the description, or I'll try to add the link in the I button, which is coming at the top, right? So you can go read and upgrade the guides, and you need to pay particular attention to the pre-upgrade and the post-upgrade COP files, right? So for instance, I upgraded this 12.x to the 14, and I had to download and install from SFTP, right? These COP files, you can say this is the one COP signature files, and this is the another one COP file before beginning my upgrade. Why? Because, and another thing, 12.x licensing is also not supported with 14.x, so you will need to upgrade your licensing as well. Licensing, you can upgrade it via My Cisco Entitlement Portal. There, you can go to the license and you can do the version upgrade as you can see it up here. You are under My Cisco Entitlements. Go to the licenses and then you can see the version upgrade and then you can proceed with the upgrade request. I will put the link for this My Cisco Entitlements portal as well, right? Next thing, you can download the CUCM 14 upgrade files. That is like two files which we discussed previously. This one, the COP sign files, and this one, another one, the main file, that is this ISO file. So you need to download these three files from the downloads page. Like you can go to the Cisco software download page, you can download the appropriate upgrade files, right? So first two files are the pre-upgrade files, and the last file, this is the third one. This is the actual CUCM 14 ISO upgrade file, right? So you need to download all these 3 files. You need to run these pre-checks, and then the third one, the main ISO file, right? So what you need to do for the upgrade procedure. So once you have upgraded your ESI infrastructure to 6.7 or above, so we have already discussed about this one. You need to upgrade your VMware ESXI version to this 6.7 at least. If you have a higher than that, then that's a different thing. But this is the least version. 6.7 should be there, your ESXi version. Only then you can upgrade it from 12 to 14, right? As always, we will be starting with the publisher. So if you want to upgrade anything, you will start with the publisher, right? And not your VMware image will need to be in a powered off state to perform this change, right? Because you will be modifying the VMware hardware settings as well, and you are going to change the operating system as well from Red Hat to CentOS. We previously discussed, right? We are gonna change the operating system from this Red Hat to the CentOS, right? So you make sure you adhere to your organization change control policies. Like you should have a change there in your organization, like change control, and everything is approved, right? So first thing, what you need to do, you need to shut down your CUCM server by accessing it via SSH and entering the command. So you can go to your CLI, go to PuTTY, just enter the CUCM IP address details, do it as a SSH and login. It will ask for your username and password. You can just enter it. And then you need to put this command, utils system shutdown. If you don't know the full command, what you need to do, you can just go to this the CLI page. You can put utils system, or maybe you can just do a question mark there. Once you do a question mark, you will see all these commands, right? You need to do this command, utils system shutdown, right? Once you do it, it will ask you for a yes, no, and all the things. Then your system will be shut down. So next thing, you need to access the CUCM virtual machine in vSphere, right? We need to change the settings, right? You remember previously we discussed we need to change the VMware hardware settings from CentOS, like we need to change the operating system from Red Hat to the CentOS, right? So you can access the CUCM virtual machine in vSphere, edit your hardware settings according to the specification mentioned, and change the guest operating system from Red Hat to CentOS. So once you access your virtual machine, you can see 2 options, virtual hardware and VM options. There you can go to this VM options, and at the last you can see guest operating system version, right? There you can see Red Hat, but once you scroll it down, once you just click on this one, you can see this CentOS as well. Select this one, CentOS, right? After that, you can see once the publisher is powered back up, make sure you have copied your CUCM upgrade file to your VMware data store as well, right? I believe you already downloaded these upgrade files. Now you need to put these files to your VMware data store as well, so that when you are going to make the changes, you can at least access it from there, right? Now, once the publisher is powered up, you have copied the files and then select your upgrade CUCM 14 file. Here you can see uh, status here under the edit settings status. This thing should be on, right? This check mark, and this thing CD drive 1, here you need to choose this data store ISO file, right? And under this one, you can choose the file which you mentioned, like which you stored it on the VMware data store. Here you can see ISO UC install CUC 14.0 version file, right? You can choose it by like clicking on browse, and then you can select it. After that, the next step, what you need to do, you need to turn off the TFTP service, right? How you can turn off the TFTP service? You can go to the Cisco Unified Service Ability, go to the Control Center Feature Services, select the TFTP. You will see the TFTP services is started and activated. What you need to do? You need to do a tick mark here, just check it and save. Then it will like deactivate. Now what you need to do? You need to stop this service. As you can see, the status is started. The services is started. You need to stop it, right? Then Next thing is, again, you need to go to this OS administration page where you need to upgrade it. OS administration, go to this in software upgrades. Under the software upgrades, you can see this install and upgrade. Select this one, install and upgrade, then you will see different things like what you need to select. What are the things you need to select? I will show it to you here, like you can see it now. So once you hit this installation / upgrade, it will ask you for the software location, the source, directory, username, password, server, transfer protocol. But these things you need to put it here. So you can select it, DVD, CD, or remote file system. It depends, right? So what you need to do, you can select this one. Then you can put the ISO file in the local data store of the VMware image. If you select remote file system, you need to perform the installation using an SFTP server, which maybe take a longer time, right? So here you can see normal DVD CD or remote file system. That depends on you how you are going to upgrade, right? After this one, once you click on next here on this page, you will see the options upgrades, right? There you can see your UCS install UCOS 14 version file here, right? And once you do click on next, you can see before clicking on next, okay, you are getting an option of next here. And after that, there are two options of reboot option. Once you do it, you can see there are two options: reboot to upgraded partition or do not reboot after upgrade. So there are two options. That means once this is done, once the upgrade is done, it will reboot it and it will show you this is your CUCM 14 version. Or you just want to upgrade it right now, but you don't want to make any change. Like you don't want to see the 14 version right now. It will be there after a reboot, right? So you don't want to reboot right now. Do not reboot after upgrade, right? You can select this one and you can reboot the server manually after the installation by accessing it via SSH, right? So once you access it via SSH, like I can say, go to the putty, enter your CUCM IP details, SSH, put the username and password, and then you can go to admin util system, the command you can use this one, utils system switch version, right? As I can show it to you as well on the upcoming slide. So once the installation script run, you can take like it can take 2 to 3 hours depending on the database size. And once it's done, you can see the system upgrade was successful, right? You can see this message, system upgrade was successful, like this one. System upgrade was successful. Please switch versions to activate the upgrade or reboot the system to ensure services affected by the upgrade process are functioning properly. So everything should work properly. You need to switch the version before that, right? For this one, you can go to that CLI, which we discussed. Put the same command, util system, do a question mark. You can see this command, util system switch version, right? You can put this command, util system switch version, do a yes, no, or all, everything would be there. And once you do this, your system will be switched to a new version, that is CUCM 14 version. After that, you need to go to the same serviceability, go to control center feature services, select the TFTP and start it. The same way it is showing, like you can just click it here and start the service again, right? After that, you need to check the replication as well. As you can see, check the replication between all servers, whether it is good, using two things, the unified reporting as well as RTMT tool, right? With the unified reporting, you can go to Cisco Unified Reporting, then go to System Reporting, Database Report, and generate a new report. For the replication, what you need to check? You need to check all the servers should have a replication status of number 2. Number 2 means everything is good. So there are 5 things, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4 for the replication. If it is coming replication status 2, that means everything is good and everything is getting replicated, right? Same thing, you can check it on the RTMT tool, right? Go to, this is the another thing which you can check it, whether the correct version is there. Once you do the util system switch version, go to OS administration, show software, verify inactive and active version. Here you can see inactive version is 12.5 active version is 14.0, right? Next thing you can do, like I was saying, you can check it via the call manager or RTMT. Go to you can choose the call manager, go to service and database summary, as you can see it up here. Go to this database summary and you can check all servers have a replication status of 2. As you can see it up here, the replication status of 2 is showing up here. That means all the servers are getting replicated, right? So everything is good right now, right? So this is the way how you can upgrade it to your CUCM 14 version, and what are the benefits of the CUCM 14 version. So I hope you really like this video. So please like, share, and subscribe my channel, and please press the bell icon so that you can get notifications of all my upcoming videos. Thank you.